Yes, Zanzi, welcome back, your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and I am so excited to speak to this next individual. We are joined in studio with a woman who spent many years of her life observing nature and capturing some of the most incredible moments with her photographs. Now, Fiona Meijer is, or otherwise known as Fiona Meijer, is her name, and it is in 2017 that she took the leap of leaving her corporate job to pursue her passion for photography further. Now, fast forward to now, and Fiona is the proud photographer and author of Rise. Now, it's a book with a collection of 52 sunrises of the Weg in Cape Town, and it's a project which took 2 years to complete. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to join in with the excitement and welcome Fiona to the stage and the couch and Mzansi.
Thanks very much. Lovely to be here. I'm doing well. I'm doing fine, thank you. Waking up, but I'm doing fine.
You're all in good hands.
It's been a long time since I was up at this hour.
Look, I'm so excited to chat to you because you've done something incredible, and I think what you've done is going to inspire a lot of people. Now, you're coming from a corporate world, and I know a lot of people have often made this progression into photography based on things like Instagram and other various things like that. But I mean, after so many years in the corporate space, what was it that got you to say, I'm done with this, I want to do something magical?
Well, I'm not sure. I knew at some point in my life I was going to be leaving the corporate world. And I knew I wasn't going to be sitting at home knitting or baking. And so when you're getting closer to that age and that life, you're thinking, what are my hobbies? What would I be doing? What do I want to pursue? And you start questioning yourself, what are my passions?
Yeah.
And I realized I've always had a camera. As long as I can remember, I think the first camera I got was a little box, and I'm going back a long time now, before Instagrams and everything else. Little box Instamatic from my sister. And I've always been the one at family Christmas parties, his birthdays, I've had the camera.
Okay.
And I've loved photography. I've done several courses on and off through the years. And I just thought that is my hobby. So pick something, set yourself a project, and that's how you're going to get into it. And that's what you're going to do when you retire and leave the corporate world.
Chase your passion. Remember that tip number one. So the passion took you to a place that you probably never expected, and you come up with this project, 52 sunrise shots of Weg. Why 52 shots? Why Weg? And why the sunrise?
Okay, well, let me start with why Weg, because I commuted from Noordhoek to the waterfront for the last 11 years of my career.
All right, and that was during traffic?
That was during traffic.
Okay,
and
so I'm already understanding reasons as to why you wanted to.
And I got to see so many beautiful sunrises, and I love landscapes, and you'd always wanted to stop and take that photograph, but you're in the commuter traffic, so you didn't do that. And then I just thought, one day I'd like to just capture an entire year of these sunrises. That would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
365 sunrises. And of course, when I got to that point, I was like, no, that's a bit overambitious. 365 days is not going to happen. So I broke it down into bite-sized chunks, which was 52 weeks. So once a week, we picked a day, we'd go up there and take those photographs so that I completed an entire year of sunrises, basically that way.
And for me, this is such a personal one because this is my backyard. This is a mountain range that I play in, and I can see why you were so captivated by it. It is absolutely beautiful. It gives so much inspiration. What was it like, though, working through that period? I mean, you started pre the pandemic, and then obviously 2 years of a lot of change and a lot of variation. I'm sure the roads look different even for you. Absolutely. What was it like during that time working through this project?
Well, it was actually during that time that this next phase and the book came about in the project. Yeah. So initially it was just, I needed something to sink my teeth into and do a project, commitment, and that was just the photography. And it was during the pandemic, it was when we were allowed out between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. to do our exercise time, and I had a week that I needed to catch up. And sunrise was a bit late at that time, so we went out and I took the photographs. And I was sitting there, and we've been so used to watching Cape Town wake up in the morning, and nothing was happening. It was just so quiet. The cyclists weren't coming up the mountain, the hikers weren't out, there was no traffic. And I just found that really bizarre and very privileged to be sitting there, but at the same time thinking, am I just photographing the only constant that we seem to have left in this world? It's just, it was surreal and very poignant. And I just thought, I need to share this. Somehow I need to share this. I think everybody's going to be needing some certainty back in their life. And there's one thing for certain, the sun's going to rise. So
Love that.
I just thought, how do we do this? And it took a while to actually become a book, but yeah, it was actually that period that set me on the path of doing the book.
And I can definitely see why. Now, it's not just a book that has pictures, but there's prose of beautiful words, there's haikus, as you mentioned, there's poetry, and I feel like that's just what brings this to life even more. And we're going to dive into that a little bit because we've got something special planned, but I want to talk to Mzansi about this because I've just found out that something incredible is happening this morning. So for you, Mzansi, what you can do, if you want to find more about this, you can head over to Fiona's website. It's allaboutlight.co.za for more details on this book and how to purchase it. But you stand an incredible chance to actually win this book right here today. So what's going to happen is we want you to send in your sunrise images, and at the end of the show, Fiona's actually going to be the judge and find out which of those shots are the best shots, and the winner will be able to take home one of these books, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's exactly what the competition mechanic is this morning. I'm so excited for it. I wonder if I can send a photo in as well because I want that book so badly. But of course, if you want to find out more about it, don't forget, head over to the website, and that's what I've just mentioned earlier. That's itsaboutlight.co.za, and you can also find it at Expresso's Facebook page. So send those sunrise images in this morning because Fiona's going to be the judge and find out who's the winner of this book is going to be. Oh, I'm so excited. It is such an incredible book. I've been prying through it for the whole of this morning, and I haven't even gotten through it yet. I've got 52 weeks to get through it. So I've got the whole year to do so.
One a week.
But Fiona and I are going to head somewhere special. We're going to head on field and do a little masterclass, if you'd like to call it. So we're going to head out here. I'm going to leave you in the hands of the rest of the lads in their shorts to do the things, and we'll see you in just a bit.